the injury that I had the year before, and I think for sure after the Euros and I came back, I dealt with stuff the rest of the season that needed managing, and luckily now I feel great. So I think the last part of last season was just a culmination of everything happening. It probably took its toll on my body, and I probably wasn't ready to play at that level for a full year. But now for sure with this pre-season I'm definitely back and ready to go.
And now in a striker role, right, more than midfield, because you were in the first year clearly were more of a midfielder, but last year it seems that.
Yeah, I mean it depends. Obviously we brought in other strikers to the squad and added them to the group. So whatever.
Lost two.
Yeah, we've lost two, but then we've brought in two. We've got Julian's another player who, you know, he's a young player, but he's came on leaps and bounds in this pre-season. You can already tell, and he's going to be another one competing for minutes. So. Yeah, whatever role it is, if it's coming off one of the sides, if it's a 10 or if it's through the middle, yeah, it doesn't bother me.
So just the final thing, just want to thank you in the playoffs. I know you not score, but you see you tirelessly go run back and forth and save the team and help out. It was an amazing performance from you, all the others, but specifically you. And I know people say he's not scoring, but you gave everything in the field.
I appreciate it.
Really
that's the least you can do. So.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Lewis.
All right, thank you. No problem. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Wait, I need a camera.
I did.
No, go ahead, guys.
Lewis, last year you got to get some international experience underneath you. This is going to be your first fully healthy going into preseason. How have you been feeling, and what can the fans expect out of you this season?
Yeah, I feel miles better now. You know, I think last year started off well and body felt good, and then like I just touched on, it was a long year for me. You know, towards the end of the season I was dealing with quite a lot of stuff in my hip where I had surgery, and now I feel great. I had the break finally and had a great pre-season, so yeah, I'm ready to go, and the work we've done in the off-season and also combined with some rest is definitely going to set me up for a year where I should be able to play it and maintain that level for a full season.
Last year you, Emile and Cam Harper all had a pretty decent connection. This year, can we expect even more dynamic connection out of the three of you?
For sure. I mean, that's what we're always trying to do, is improve on the connections we have on the pitch. We're adding a ton of new guys into the squad as well who are going to hopefully blend in well with us. So yeah, I think myself and Emile have a good connection on the pitch, and likewise with Cam. I think off the pitch as well was really important, and we all get along great, so that always helps.
Now you've basically been stepping up as the striker. How is the relationship with you and Julian Hall, and what has he been learning from you to fill his position up here at MLS as a first-team player? Yeah,
I mean, Julian's, listen, we all know he's a player who's got massive potential, you know, and he recognises that, but he's got a good head on his shoulders. He doesn't get ahead of himself. He's always working hard, and in terms of myself, whenever I can offer advice, I always do it. I also like to just try and lead by example, you know, and do what I can every single day to improve myself and my teammates. So Julian, like I'd said to someone else there, came in, and I can notice a difference in him in pre-season. I think he's obviously still physically developing, and you can see that, and he's had a really good pre-season, and I'm excited for him this year to hopefully add to the minutes he done last year.
Thanks.
Lewis, can you talk about just getting that new contract done and kind of locking in your future as much as one can lock in a future in MLS, but can you talk about the relief of having that contract and putting that in the rear view? For sure. I mean, it was something that I knew I was coming into my last guaranteed year of my contract, and I had an option, and as I was saying in the clubs and our conversations, where it was always about wanting to stay here and play for Red Bull, you know, and be secure and know that there wouldn't be any question marks about my future. So that was priority number one for myself in the off season, was to try and get that sorted, because I love playing here. I love playing at this stadium in front of these fans and for this football club. So yeah, that was, like I say, it was my priority to get that done.
Coming off a season as leading scorer, you won Comeback Player of the Year. Not usually an award that's given out in football leagues around the world. Did you know about the award, and what did it feel to win that?
I knew about the award because I knew Brad, BWP, had won it. But like you say, it's not an award that you're ever, I even really wanting to win, because you don't want to. It means you've had some form of setback. So it wasn't an award that I particularly set out to win for myself, but I think it's quite a cool nod to like the medical team behind the players. You know what I mean? They don't get enough credit, and I think whenever there's been a comeback or a comeback worthy of some people wanting to give you a trophy, it always means that the team that got you there get a little bit of recognition. So I was more happy for our medical team at Red Bull than I was for myself on it.
And you say you're feeling good now as you prepare for the season. Is there anything new that you're doing to ensure that your fitness is in top shape before the season starts?
Yeah, I mean, last year was just difficult because I'd missed so much football that we had to sacrifice quite a lot of hip strength and where I was picking up my injuries for conditioning on the pitch, you know. So we had so many games that I wasn't able to maintain my strength levels on my hips. So towards the end of the season, I lost some. Football players lose muscle mass as the season goes on. I'm boring you here, but yeah, I wasn't able to keep up with the demands of gym-based fitness and out on the pitch. But having that break in the off season and really being able to narrow down my training onto really strengthen that area has made the world a difference. I feel like last year I never even once felt 100%, you know, and I feel like now, like my hip, and at least it feels 100%.
And with this new back three kind of becoming the standard for the club, you've been one of those two strikers. Is that starting to feel more natural? And how is the relationship budding with you and Chupo up top?
Yeah, I mean, so many teams nowadays are playing the back three, and I think it's just important that in that formation you still have an attacking threat, and Sandro likes to do that and make sure we have players in forward areas. And Chupo, his prototype and how he is as a footballer just lends itself well to me. I think he's someone that can do the things of the game that maybe I don't do so well. He can do it, and then it's in terms of holding the ball and winning aerial duels, bringing other players into play, and then I can work off him running behind. And yeah, I'm excited to play with him.
And Cincinnati is a club that, you know, we've had some adversity with over the past few years. There's been some great matches between the two of them. What are you excited about for Saturday?
Yeah, I'd say Cincy's probably the team that it's not a rivalry as such because we're not close in proximity, but I feel like the games are almost like they are a rivalry. Not that there's bad blood or anything, but I think the games there's always been something at stake when we've ever played Cincinnati. You know, both teams, whilst I've been here, have been one of the best teams in this conference. You know, so it's always good to go there, challenge yourself in that stadium. They've got a good fan base. Yeah, I enjoy our games against Cincinnati. There's, like I say, we've had some memorable ones and some ones where we've been on the wrong side of it. So really look forward to going.
Thanks, Lewis.
Lewis, what was the biggest thing